Hi, my name is Julia Sherman. I'm a fourth-year student at UC Berkeley studying genetics and plant biology, minoring in energy and resources, and I'm a co-waste reduction coordinator for the Housing and Dining Sustainability Advocates.
Hi, I'm Sarah. I'm a senior majoring in environmental science and environmental economics. I am a waste reduction co-coordinator also at the Housing and Dining Sustainability Advocates.
In 2018, the Cal Dining Sustainability Team and Residential Sustainability Program merged to centralize housing and dining sustainability efforts on our campus. The team of 10 students is managed by a full-time sustainability coordinator, Samantha Lubo, and works on a broad range of projects including waste reduction, managing gardens, energy and water conservation, food literacy, and conducting an internship program.
Our mission statement is as follows. Through student-led advocacy, auditing, and peer education, we make sustainability accessible and appealing to the UC Berkeley community, improve housing and dining infrastructure, and work towards more ethical and environmentally sound practices.
So what is the Zero Waste Competition? The competition is a challenge to all of the on-campus dining halls and retail locations to properly sort their waste. Whoever sorts their waste best wins the competition on both a monthly and an annual basis.
So how did the competition start? It started with our first waste reduction coordinator, Ali Layler. She was one of the first students employed to join Cal Dining Sustainability Team.
She helped to start the zero waste competition between on-campus dining hall and retail location, improving waste sorting in our kitchen and getting campus closer to reaching its zero waste goal of 90% diversion by 2020.
How does the zero waste competition work? At first, the bins within the dining halls were mapped and their locations were improved to maximize the ability to properly sort kitchen waste. Ali helped to coordinate the ordering and placement of new bins to ensure the kitchens were fully equipped. When the competition started, kitchen staff were evaluated on the location of their bins, properly lining their bins, and properly sorting their waste. At Cal, we try to ensure that kitchen bins are placed in sets of 3 wherever possible, with a compost, landfill, and recycling bin, so that sorting is convenient and easy. Bulletin boards were also set up to post information about proper sorting.
In order to collect regular data, each week a designated student audits each location. The location will initially score using percentages, which confused staff. They were then given a score out of 20. If one bin was misplaced, 1 point was deducted from the location category. If one bin contained missorted waste, another point was deducted from the contamination category.
As each location's ability to properly sort their waste improved, dining halls were no longer evaluated on their ability to keep bins in the proper location or line their bins correctly. The emphasis is now placed on missorted items. Subsequently, our scorecard changed pretty significantly. After staff voiced concern about improving their score without knowing which items were being thrown in the wrong bins, we created an interactive scorecard with magnets and magnetic images of missorted items. Items found in the wrong places that week were then attached to the scorecard with the magnets. Rather than docking each kitchen for the number of contaminated bins, we now counted the number of items throughout the kitchen that were disposed of incorrectly.
When we were scoring the kitchen based on the number of contaminated bins, it was difficult to measure improvement. Additionally, the staff were disappointed that the scores were not accurately reflecting their improvement. As we started counting the number of total missorted items, it painted a better picture of actual improvement in waste sorting. Now, the scores are much easier to understand and we can visualize the progress at each location with our graph. For example, in 2017, the scores hover around 15 to 18 out of 20 because the kitchens score perfectly on location and bin liners, but still have a couple of contaminated bins, even if they only have 1 missorted items in the bin. Therefore, improvement in waste sorting cannot be observed through the past scoring system. However, with the counting of the actual number of missorted items, we can see clear improvement over the semester and year in each location. Therefore, we can claim that our kitchens are becoming zero waste.
Throughout this entire process, we have consistently communicated the results of our weekly audits with dining managers. This has allowed us to build up our relationships with members of the kitchen staff and a competitive spirit between locations. On a monthly and annual basis, we highlight and award locations with the best sorted waste. Each month, the Zero Waste Competition trophy is moved from location to location, and an announcement is shared with all managers via email.
Annually, we recognize locations for winning the competition in 2 different categories: best sorted waste throughout the entire year and most improved. Winners are awarded for the dining hall and the retail location separately. since retail locations have less waste and fewer employees working there.
As our student auditors get closer with staff in each of the dining halls, HADSA sustainability programming has improved in general. Our food recovery program, Weigh Your Waste, which is an event where we weigh the food waste produced in each dining hall in one night, Plant Forward Recipe Challenge, our garden programs, and our tabling in the dining halls have all become stronger. And our staff actively participate in each of these events much more than they ever have in the past.
Hi, my name's Catherine, and I'm a third year at UC Berkeley. And one part of my job as part of the Housing and Dining Sustainability Advocates was to perform weekly waste audits in the on-campus cafe called Brown's. And in doing so, I formed a great relationship with the Brown's staff. And throughout the semester, they always wanted to hear my feedback about how they were sorting waste and what they could do to make it better. And Brown's actually ended up getting the most improved for our zero waste competition. So I was really happy about that, and the program was really great.
Hi, my name is Juliet Nass, and I'm one of the food literacy coordinators for HADSA. One of the projects I've been most involved with is the Plant Forward Recipe Challenge. Plant Forward is an event held every fall semester in our 4 dining halls at UC Berkeley, where chefs from each dining hall are presented with 2 ingredients, 1 plant-based protein and 1 seasonal produce item. Their challenge is to create a delicious, plant-based, and globally inspired dish featuring those ingredients. The best part of these events is that students get to see chefs in action and doing what they love. It not only gets students excited about plant-forward eating, but it also gets chefs excited to come up with new dishes. One of my favorite aspects of Plant Forward is the bio poster we put together and display at every event, highlighting each chef's unique background and inspiration for their dish. These events are truly a collaborative effort. We couldn't put them on without the help of dining hall staff and chefs working together to make them impactful and positive for students.
Hi, my name is Alejandra Marquez. I've worked as food literacy coordinator within HADSA for about 1.5 years. Through HADSA, I've gotten to know the chefs, the managers, and the staff at Cal Dining, which has been a truly rewarding experience. Not only because I've gotten to appreciate just how much has to happen and all the work that has to be done to successfully run an operation as big as Cal Dining, I've also gotten to know some of the staff on a personal level. So now that we've built those relationships, we have more support to carry on our programs as a sustainability team. And a big part of building those relationships is the waste audits that we do. Everyone in HADSA does those waste audits, and I just loved going into the kitchen and seeing everything that goes on behind doors, and greeting the staff and just seeing their work and appreciating their work and saying hi to them and showing that gratitude.
Hi there, my name is David Sanchez. I use they, them pronouns, and I've been the food introduction coordinator for the Housing and Dining Sustainability Advocates for the past couple years. Within my role, I focus mostly on gathering data related to food waste in the dining halls and sharing that with chefs for them to understand the reason students claim to have wasted their food. Within Cal Dining, we have a food recovery program in which staff pick up food multiple nights a week to deliver it to local food pantries, including the student food pantry. I've helped to expand the program to include campus restaurants, including donated pastries and other items that would have otherwise been wasted, and just coordinating the delivery and transportation to the pantry.
And now the staff are more passionate about sustainability too. They have taken on a bit of our passion themselves, sharing pictures of their gardens at home or telling us about their experiences sorting waste with their families.
I'm Sam LeBeau. I'm the sustainability coordinator for RSSP, and I work with the team of students who manage the zero waste competition. So from my perspective, the zero waste competitions really created a competition and leadership in the dining halls. And so having the students going in and meeting the staff in each of the dining halls and working with them to train them on how to sort their waste has taken a lot of the pressure off of annual trainings or monthly trainings where we might be able to touch on this for 30 seconds. And instead, the staff of each of the dining hall really have a better understanding of how important waste sorting is to our campus and how important waste sorting is to the students that we work with.
Hi, I'm Gary Olson. One of the best things I really enjoyed was when you guys would come out here and you would actually speak in our pre-shift meetings. I'd love to have that relationship between the student and the staff. And usually for the next few days, they were so much better, then of course they would drop off. But that always helped, and it helped to build a bond and a relationship so that when you walked in here to look at the waste, they weren't looking at me going, who is this person? You know, I really like that. And I like the interactions that we have with you all as you come through here. You're all very pleasant, you're helpful, and I enjoy that.
And for me, it's just about the same. Overall, the program is really good, monitoring our waste and then talking to the students and our staff.
We really like the student interaction. I think we learn a lot each semester. People learn really where to recycle and what products go where. I know I've learned a few things over the past couple of years that I didn't know exactly where that aluminum foil, per se, could get recycled. So that, I think, is very educational for us.
The sustainability program came to us and we thought we knew what we were doing. Everybody at Berkeley that I've ever worked with is conscientious and wants to recycle. They want to put trash where it needs to go. But when this came, we found out that there's many different types of waste. So at first, it was complicated. We used to have very large black trash cans, about 4 feet high, that we'd fill up every single day. Now that was being changed. We're going to use tiny little teeny, about maybe a hand size, maybe about a gallon for our major waste, the stuff that actually goes to the landfills, whereas we were going to compost and we were going to recycle. Now it was a little more complicated. The staff had designated areas to put things, but what the big problem was convenience. They needed to know that it was easy to get this stuff done, okay? After a couple weeks, we figured out where we wanted our disposable bins to go, where we wanted our compost bins to go, and it was great. That month, we actually won that competition, okay? We felt really good about ourselves. But the next month, not so much. It seems that we had gotten a little complacent. If the compost container wasn't there, they wouldn't go look for it. If the trash can for the landfill was closer, no matter what, they would just throw everything in there. So that was a problem. We decided that if we wanted to get everyone involved, we would go ahead and have an incentive. I knew the staff loved listening to music. So I went to Amazon and I ordered one of those Amazon Echoes. I brought it to our pre-shift meeting and I showed everyone, check this out. I let them know, if we win the competition 3 months in a row, not once, not twice, but hold that trophy 3 months, then yes, I would go ahead and give that to them. And with that, also an account so they could listen to any song on Amazon. What I noticed after that was people started speaking to each other, but not in English, in their first language. The group started speaking in Cantonese. I heard some Spanish going on, and even some Tagalog. This was a group effort. I would see in the kitchen someone throw something and not even think about it, and then someone else come up to them, shaking their finger and pointing inside. Needless to say, the next 3 months we did retain that, and they still have their speaker to this day.
We hope that this information provides you with a framework to start a zero waste competition on your own campus. We wanted to highlight the evolution of our program to show you how a competition like this can grow and change.
The most important thing to prioritize is finding ways to build relationship with staff and ensure that they feel like an important part of the programming you develop. They will find their own ways to get involved and make the competition their own. It's important to encourage their participation and give them the opportunity to get involved in ways that make the most sense for them. If you have any question and would like to reach out, please email us at the email address listed on screen.
Thank you so much for coming. Bye.